Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So USC's offense will get the first swing of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
So Alabama's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Makes the catch. It's Knox. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to run it. Got some room, heading to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown Tide!
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
And after that long completion for the first down. Did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help.
He's got it on the left. Turning it on. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Right on the money. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? And the field goal unit is on the field. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Give to the running back. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Back to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on third down. Making side adjustments here. Now the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has...
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Pulls it in. It's Knox. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. This Trojan offense is... back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Lost one deep down the right side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these...
Breaks into the open. That's 20. He's at the touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick.
Gonna take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Trojans will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. So first down here as they go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama built its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Flynn. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going for it all. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover caused by this defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Pulls and fires complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Here's the heat. And the defense got him at the 27. The Trojans send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to bring it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup. But the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. This one's complete.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Alabama comes to the line on third and short. Working that left side now. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quick completion to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker, your running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC. But this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
And the Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw it. Using the quick game. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, USC!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself and gets in for the score.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes that Alabama offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Flynn. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Pulls and fired complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. There he goes. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Here comes the heat. Right midfield, he's got room. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like the quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
Got his man to the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They want to throw it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
He's trying to get it in. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Military stunt. Barrels ahead. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Got his man. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pulls it in. They'll immediately call timeout. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. To the air on first down. Slithers into space. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the move and looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. They'll go to the ground. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and take it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback may change this route. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He rifles one deep down the right side. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
One more snap coming before halftime. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Looking for a deep man. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa.
The Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Release to the back. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Power football with the run. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Got a man. It's Flynn. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk,
going airborne. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays, because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Gets it out fast.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Oh, they're after him! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Turning it off. Heading to the end zone. It's a fumble on the play. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Woo. I tell you what, you feel really fortunate if you're on offense. That's one of those where it takes 13 seconds for that ball to roll out of bounds. You're just trying to make that thing. You're trying to blow it out of bounds. Make sure you don't turn the football over. In such a good position to go take the lead. Fortunate bounce for that thing to go out of bounds.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Tide! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Looking to throw on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quick strike complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Breaks into the open. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Still running at the 40. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They'll run it from the gun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Turns it loose. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
The defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense, like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
Off the RPO, complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. He'll do it himself. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Makes the grab. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. And the Trojans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Payne. And he can't make the connection on his 1st attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one. Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the 1st.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm the defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the 1st down.
Fires it incomplete.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Need. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Escapes trouble. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath.
A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll give it to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll run the sneak for it. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
And I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that 1st down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Back to pass, it's Montgomery. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Throws to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Back to pass, it's Payne. Makes the grab. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Need. Lots of running room. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The Trojans are on the move. They'll leave it with him. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And man, is that just an indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he missed it. No good. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this, and the kicker will get a little bit closer this time. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on second and long. To the air, it's Payne. Gets it out quickly. Headed to the end zone. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Hands it off. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to...
There he goes! Inside the 30. The tag! And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe